Hello everyone and welcome to the Araneae channel. Today the video is to talk about the Season 4 World Finals, especially about the group stages. So we're gonna start just by showing you the groups. We have the 4 groups here. On Group A, we're gonna talk about Edward Gaming. That is a team formed around Araneae, one of the best AD carries in China. It's considered the best AD carry in China and one of the best AD carries in the world. They have kinda weak early game, but they are really strong on team fights. Then we have Samsung White, that is considered by a lot of people the best, right now one of the best teams in the world, with a really strong jungler, that is Dandy. Well, pretty much like every single lane is strong, but I will really like point on Dandy, that is one of the best junglers in the world with Kakao probably. And then the bottom lane formed by Imp and Mata, two like one of the best bottom lanes I've seen in Korea so far I played against. Imp is historically one of the most successful AD carry from Korea, and Mata is the head of the team. He's the one like the scholar and he's the one doing everything on that team. I still think like even though I think Mata should be the best player on this team, like doing everything and probably the MVP, I think since the difference between Samsung White and other teams is gonna be so huge, I think Dandy is gonna be a huge impact on every single game. Dandy and Pawn, the mid laner. And then we have AHQ. It's a team from Garena that is formed around West Door. That is a famous mid laner that he was top 1 in a lot of servers like Korea, China. Even he had an account on American. He was really high on America as well, like top 5 or something like this in solo queue. And then we have Dark Passage, the Turkish team, formed by all Turkish player and a Norwegian player. I don't know that much about this team. I know they are a really aggressive team, and I know we face some of the players like Naru and Crystal in solo queue often, but I think like the main problem they're gonna have is they are right now training in Europe, so they're not gonna have a really good practice time as we are having here in Korea. So the lack of practice is gonna be really painful for them. So I really think the top 1 of this group is gonna be Samsung White, and the top 2 is gonna be Edward Gaming. I really think so. And then in Group B, we have a Starhorn, a team also formed around Uzi. It was the all AD carry from Royale. The last season ended up 2nd place. They have Uzi as AD carry. They have Zero as support. That is also a really good support. Try to roam a lot and try to like do a lot of plays on the map. And then we have another famous player that is Insect, the Korean jungle, the famous jungle that created the Lee Sin play with the kick from behind. The main problem of this team right now is internal issues. Like Insect and Uzi aren't really getting along with each other. And also the CEO from Starhorn Royale left the team like a couple of weeks ago, and that CEO was a really close person to Uzi, it seems like. So Uzi right now he's feeling like he's not really motivated to play. There are some talks that they even get into physical disputes between Uzi and Insect, but it's completely a lie. Since Zero said is not true. So yeah, I think Starhorn could be a really top contender for these worlds. The problem if the internal problems are gonna keep there, they're gonna have a hard time. And then we have Team Solomid, that I think is gonna be probably top 2 if Starhorn perform well. Otherwise, Team Solomid is gonna be top 1. But then, as I was saying, Team Solomid carried mainly by Gerson. Like Gerson is such a strong mid laner right now, but it's not only about him right now anymore. Like with the addition of Last Boy, the last addition they have on the team, the bottom lane is working pretty well, and also lately, especially like since playoffs and now in scrims, I feel like Darius and Amazing they are stepping up a lot, especially Darius. He's playing like completely out of his mind. Then we have another 2 teams. One of them we can't really forget about them is SK Gaming. I think they are a really strong team. They have probably not a single player that you can say he's a top player in his role in terms of worlds, but I think every single player, they know what to do, they know how to do it, and they understand the game really good. I think they are the underdog of this group, but I think they are gonna give more than one surprise. And then we have Taipei Assassin, that I have to remind is the season 2 world champions, but they only remain one of the players, that is Bebe. The old mid laner toys is now our second coach that is helping me analyzing the games. So I think like TPA is another underdog, and they rely a lot from the jungler Wins to perform well. If Wins can perform early game well, then Morning and Bebe are able to carry, but they really rely on Wins to carry early game. So I really think like if Starhorn get together as a team, They will get top one, and then probably top two is gonna be TSM or even SK. I have my doubts there. Then we have Group C, where we have Samsung Blue, that is most likely gonna be our top one or top two. If we do well, we can be top one, but it's gonna be really hard. So Samsung Blue, they are one of the best teams of the world. They have one of the best AD carries in the world, that is Deft, and they understand the game perfectly. Like every single lane is amazing. They know what to do at every single time. They have also Acorn, that is one of these top laners that play different champions in top lane. I think the top laners in Korea are really special. They play a different metagame compared with Europe or America. And actually, like Samsung Blue is one of the teams who knows how to rotate the wall, the best. Sorry. Then it's us, Fnatic. I think individually we have one of the best rosters in the World Finals. Individually we're really strong, but sometimes we lack a bit of consistency. Like we need to be really motivated that day. We need to have a good day, and then if that two things come up together, we can beat every single team. Otherwise, we can have really weak days, like it happened already in the past. The third team is OMG. OMG was the top one Chinese team till Edward Gaming was created. Right now they are having another like issues in the team, that they kicked the old support that was Claude, and now they get the sub that it was Dadax, and they are at this point really mid dependent. Like they really depend on the performance of Cool. That if anyone saw the playoffs from China from LPL, Cool was just carrying every single game. Was completely unexpected by everyone. Cool was the best mid laner in China at that point. And then we have LMQ, the probably one of the, well, it's a Chinese team that is placed on America, and they play in there. And they have for me they have two really strong players. That is Xiao Wei Xiao, one of the best mid laners I've seen in America this past season, and Basili. Basili is a really strange player. He's really aggressive, but if he performs well one game, he can just really handle a lot. I think we have to really take care about LMQ, because they can give more surprises, more than anyone surprised on this group. And then the last group we have is Group D. Group D, I believe top one is gonna be Nanjing Shield. Nanjing Shield, the best thing they have is, well, they have two really good things. Nanjing Shield. One is Safe, the top laner, is considered by a lot of people the best top laner in Korea. He plays really unorthodox top laners like Kassadin, like Kale, like Nali AP. So he plays a lot of things like that. Even like Seth in top lane, he plays a lot of champions. And the other two brilliant thing of this team is their map vision. They help a lot in terms of like warding, and also they know where to put like ping wards and how to defend the ping wards. They are really good on that scenario. Then we have Alliance, that I believe is gonna end up top two. Well, everyone pretty much know that Alliance is a team that was formed around Froggen. But I think right now it's not only about Froggen anymore. Like right now it's Froggen playing really good. Like is possibly the non-Korean player who commits less mistake on a game. But then it's also Suk, that is one of the best non-Korean junglers. And then Taps, like especially Taps. If Taps perform well, like he did on the playoffs, on the European playoffs, this team is gonna be super scary. But they depend on that. If Taps doesn't have a good day or Taps doesn't have a good tournament, Alliance is gonna be in really trouble. And then the third team we're gonna talk about is Cloud9, the top one American team. Even though like we could say, well, they're not the top one because TSM beat them, sorry, but they're still like one of the favorites, especially from America. I think they have two really great players at this point. Sneaky is one of the best AD carries right now in America. Probably I will say the best I've seen this season in America. His position is completely matchable by any other AD carry in America. And second, High. High wasn't that good on the playoffs. He was playing an amazing set, but the other champion he wasn't playing that good. But lately, Screaming and Bane in Korea, it's helping him a lot, and he's becoming really good mid laner. So I think High is the man who has to carry really Cloud9. And other one, the other guy who has to carry this team is Meteos, because Meteos season 3 was by far the best jungler in America. Was seriously out of the mind of anyone. Like he was just the best. But right now, I think like season 4 is not helping him that much, and he is not playing the champions to carry. He's not playing that well as he was playing before. So I think like if Meteors catch up and High keeps performing well, I think they're gonna be a contender in this group. Otherwise, I think Shield and Alliance gonna be the top two. And then the last team is Kaboom, Brazilian team. I played like a couple of them, like Danagorn and Minerva in the past. I think they are the underdog of this team, of this group, and even though they beat teams with Koreans like Pain or KD, they're gonna have a really hard time. So yeah, I really think Edward Gaming, Samsung White, Starhorn, TSM, Samsung Blue, Fnatic, Alliance, and Shield to be the four teams to go out of group stage. But anything can happen. So I think in a couple of days, 5 or 1 week, the Group A and Group B are going to play on Taiwan. And then Group C and Group D we go into Singapore, the 22, 23, that's in 10 days. So, well, I hope you liked the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I keep having new subscribers and new likes on the videos. And I will keep doing these kind of videos. Thanks for watching, and remember, keep smiling.